is a gentle yoga class that we'll do lying down and seated, and it's meant for when times are tough and we need to slow down and do some self-care. So we'll start lying down on the back, and place your hands onto your belly. Take a few moments to settle in here. Feel free to shift around until you feel comfortable lying on your back. And allow the breath to flow deep into the belly. With your inhale, feel the belly gently lift into the hands. And with your exhale, feel the belly sink down. Take a few more moments to breathe here, giving yourself time to rest. Feel yourself lying heavily on the floor. And if there's anything you're holding on to, you can let go of it for these next 10 minutes. Give yourself this time to simply move and breathe. We'll pick up one knee and hug it gently into the belly. Feel free to turn your ankle in some circles if that feels good. And switch the circles to the other direction. Take another breath here. Lower your foot down to the ground. Pick up your other foot and gently hug it in. Feel free to turn your foot in some circles, working out the cracks and the pops in your ankle. Switch the circles to the other direction. Take one more breath here and allow yourself to lie heavily on the floor. We'll lower the foot flat to the ground and wiggle your toes so you can feel them resting on the earth. See how it feels on the inside of your arms to open your arms to T. Step your feet as wide apart as the mat and let your knees twist from side to side like windshield wipers. See how that feels on your low back and your hips. Take one more time in each direction, moving at your own pace. And next time the knees come to center, you're welcome to straighten the legs on the ground, reach the hands up into the sky or up overhead, and take a nice long morning stretch. Lower the arms down to your sides. Pick up one knee at a time and hug both knees into the belly. Maybe you want to rock from side to side, massaging your back against the floor. Maybe you let your head roll side to side if that feels good on your neck. We'll lower the hands down to the floor, lower one foot to the floor, and then we'll lengthen out through the other leg so the knee bends at 90 degrees. Let's try moving with our breath. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, gently lower the foot, maybe to tap the toes to the floor. See how it feels to inhale, use the entire movement to lift the leg. Exhale, use the entire movement to lower the leg. We'll do that 2 more times. We're activating the core in a gentle way. And the core is what supports us and connects us to center. Lower the foot gently all the way down to the floor. Take a moment to readjust and prepare for the second side. And then we'll inhale, lift the leg any amount. And exhale, lower the foot maybe to top the floor. And at your own pace, move slowly. Use the entire breath to complete the movement. And notice all the muscles involved in the belly, the front of the hip, the back of the hip, the low back, the upper leg, Take 2 more rounds, moving at your own pace. And when the foot lowers to the floor, take another breath at center to lie heavily on the ground. Slowly and gently roll over to one side. Take a breath here on your side. Slowly and gently press up to sitting. Take a seat whatever way feels comfortable for you, and notice how you're feeling so far during this practice. We'll place the hands onto the knees. Inhale, lift the heart and the gaze into the sky, and then exhale round. Let the chin drop down to the chest, and move with your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Take 2 more, moving with your breath. Notice any points of tightness through the neck, the shoulders, the upper back, the low back. We'll return to sitting tall. Let's inhale, bring the arms overhead, and take another long morning stretch. So move around whatever way feels good to you. Take a big yawn if that feels nice. We'll lower one hand down to the ground and reach up and over for a side bend. Take a breath here and maybe turn your gaze up towards your lifted hand. With an inhale, we'll lift up to center. Exhale, side bend to your second side for a breath. Maybe turn your gaze up towards your lifted hand. Let's do that one more time to each side. We'll inhale to center. Exhale to reach and stretch for a breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend. We'll inhale, lift to center, and exhale, twist to the side. Lower your hands to the ground, or your front hand can be on either knee. Let the shoulders release down from the ears. Turn your gaze to the side. You know what really helps in yoga? Is when you smile. With an inhale, untwist and bring both arms overhead. Exhale, gently twist to your second side. Let the hands lower where they will. Turn your gaze to the side of your space. And if it feels nice, bring a slight smile to the face. We'll inhale, lift the arms overhead. At your own pace, exhale, lower the hands down to the knees. Start to take some circles with the torso. Move as much or as little as feels helpful for you, and you can add that cat-cow movement if you like, lifting the heart as you look forward and then rounding as you circle back. You can also move with the breath. Exhale to release back, and inhale to sit tall and forward. Let's take 2 more in this direction. And next time you come to center, switch to the second direction. Notice if anything feels different on this side. Notice where the body's holding tightness. Maybe you feel it on the outside of the hips, on the low back. And also notice where you can move with ease and feel at peace in these movements. We'll take 2 more circles at your own pace. And you can always skip something that isn't working for you during this video. You can always rest anytime you need to. Next time you return to center, take your time to get there. Let's inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the side. Move with your breath. Inhale the arms overhead and exhale to lower. See if you can feel this movement in the upper back behind the shoulder blades. And even when the arms lift, see if you can keep the shoulders lower and have some more space for the neck to breathe here. Maybe you can slightly tuck in your chin, like you're pressing the back of your head against a wall. If this still feels okay on your shoulders, we'll take 2 more rounds. You can inhale to lift the arms overhead. Exhale to lower. Last one. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale to lower. Place the hands on the ground behind you. Uncross the legs. We'll sit in staff pose with the legs extended forward. Hands at our sides to prop us up. See if you can flex your toes up into the sky. You're welcome to have a bend in your knees. Feel the strength through your core and the front of your thighs as they reach toward each other. And feel the length beginning to happen through the backs of the thighs and the backs of the lower legs. We'll take 2 more breaths here if you choose. And walk the feet 1 step closer in. Hold on underneath your knees so that you can lift up through the heart and press the shoulders down. For boat pose, you can stay here, or you can try leaning back and maybe lift your feet off the ground to activate balance and core. Sometimes our boats are moving, sometimes we lower our feet if we've had enough, or sometimes we lift the feet higher if we're looking for more challenge. We'll take 2 more breaths in boat pose. Great job, yogis. We'll lower feet to the floor. For butterfly pose, have the bottoms of the feet together, knees out to the side, and you can hold on to your feet or ankles so that you can bring the heart forward. Lift up tall through the crown of the head. You might feel this stretch on the inside of the legs. You can sit tall and maybe bring a slight smile to the face. This is our last pose of class. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Place the hands on the outsides of the knees to guide them together at center. Take your seat whatever way feels comfortable for you. Rest your hands on your knees or your lap. And we'll take a few moments to breathe here. Notice the changes in how you feel. You might notice changes in the physical body, changes in your thoughts and emotions. And take a breath. Notice if you feel any changes in your breathing. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking this time to show up, to be present, to move and to breathe. Thank you so much for joining me.